Quand que maison dans la maison de ton bambé baye, si bien wa ton zeba. Toi de la cuisha tal, so de Java ganji ye ko, pardon do be sanje pe manche, jambar yin lo bur so wa de. Tashi tangin do bar change logo, riton jambar yen chen lable, gombe lone, bo bi terje to long to chen so jan se ngawon sur me fam jambe yon la ke be de. Nga ji zo jen ben jen ben ma la yon se ba zon ve to dan jen yin be tan ba be la da da wa ton la mi sha la so wa de gong ju to ba pa wa de chen je lo chem ne cho song sa song dan do je to dan ye jen pang la ma cho ko lo som jin ze zon ne me be sha be chang ju ba do che wo de nyen gong ju to ba pa wa de chen je lo che wa ne sa rap tham je to tu ze wa chen bi ko ne je so zong yin da ju chen je la ba de ze do so Dagi Konshe Ba Tamje, Semjen, Tamje Ten to enjoy Shendi La Baranza do so. Oh, yeah, that Kanshi Shuarshawane. Sanje Zeja Basam Trishin Le Basam Trishin Le Parbeji Toba Jeba Shepateresha. Okay. Today we are going to talk about one of the 108 Buddha's former life history and also Buddha's time, the history. So this is one of the 108 Buddha's life history. The actual or authentic Buddhist practitioners they can handle any circumstances, any kind of the hardship from others, also from external situations, problems. So this is the mainly talking about that. Then also specifically when the Buddha's the disciples, followers, bhikshus, those who are really the authentic practitioners, they never ever revenge to any those who are harmed them. So this is the main topic or the point, the core. Okay. So regarding this, in the Buddha Shakyamuni's time, in the Ragjir, that place, around there was a patriarch which called Sri Gupta. Sri Gupta or Sri Gupta, both can. So he was a rich person, rich patriarch. Then also his personality was very much tough nature or bad disposition, right? Yeah, bad disposition, something like that. Very much the pride, who has pride, something like that. And also very much a desire to the things, external things, such as the money, whatever. And then he always also jealous to others who become the better and the rich, so on. And also he was a disrespect one to the Buddhism. He is not. He was doesn't like the Buddha and also Buddha's teaching, like that. Then one time he met one time he met a teacher who was the non-Buddhist teacher. It's very much sectarism. The teacher. That also that time that the religion they called Nirgrantha, and then that teacher's name is Jinaputra. Jinati Putra or Jinati Putra. Okay, so that teacher, he was also very high leader of that religion. Yeah, very high leader. Yeah. So then he met that teacher. Then they became a good friend. And then that teacher taught him his own idea, his own what he thinking. So then later, that teacher was also very much jealous to Buddha. Then one time, then the teacher taught him Patriarch Sri Gupta. So there is called the Buddha, the Shakyamuni. He is living in the Boucher Peak Mountain area there. He's dwelling there with minimum 500 bhikshus and the others also. He is dwelling there, and then he is like pretending to be saint, and then he said like this. He said, he is like a heron who disguises himself by standing silently on one foot so that he can catch and eat the fish. So this is something like, for example, he used that. Likewise, he gains his meals by standing on falsehood and deceit. Then the teacher taught him, if Patriarch Sri Gupta, you can destroy Buddha Shakyamuni, or if you can destroy him, then you become very famous, and you become a very something like it's very famous or something. You can achieve something a lot. He taught him. Then the Sri Gupta also believed him. He listened to him. Then Sri Gupta, he went to his house. Then he planned to how to harm to Buddha. So then he just making the very much like pretending. Said, okay. He thought, I want to invite Buddha to his house for the lunch. Yeah, like this. Then what he did, he make a very big hole in the ground. Then he filled by the chandan wood charcoal. They filled by this. Filled the hole. I think in his garden, like this, in his garden. Then he thought he make a fire that chandan wood charcoal. Because why he used the chandan wood charcoal? Because the chandan wood charcoal is very strong fire. And why he used charcoal? Because if charcoal used there, it's no smoke. That's why when Buddha coming, there's this like invisible. The fire is there. Yeah, he thought he planned it like that. Okay. So then he made that. Then he covered by grass. So then he went to Buddha, the Boucher Peak mountain. Then that time he looked like very much he pretending very much like it's like very much respect Buddha and like Buddha and faith Buddha, something like he was acting like that. He was acting like that. Then he asked Buddha, please, I want to invite you and your disciples, all of you, and please come to my house for the lunch. Then Buddha with a smile, and Buddha said yes. Then he went back his house, and then but his wife was very much pious, very much respect to Buddha, and also very much pious. She was very what's called that? The practitioners, yeah. Then his wife told him, you should not do this. Then he thought, oh, now my wife knew my plan, so maybe she will tell to others. She will tell others. So then, what he did, he caught her, and then he bound, right? He bound her and he hiding her inside his house, without let go out. Okay. But how much he can make that secret? Then later, gradually, his neighborhoods and then others they knew, they heard and they knew all his plans. Okay. Then there was one of the Upasaka, who's Genyen, one of the Genyen, the lay practitioner. Okay. So he was of course he was very faithful to Buddha and practitioner. Then he thought, oh, this is really not good. So I want to go to see Buddha and I want to tell Buddha about this. Then he went. But then when he go to see the Buddha, but Buddha and his all the disciples with Brahma and Indra or Kaushika, they all with the Buddha, they coming to Patriarch Sri Gupta's house for his lunch. Then that Upasaka, he met Buddha and with his disciples on the way. Then when the Upasaka, he went, as soon as he met Buddha, and he just he bowed down to the earth with the Buddha's feet. Then he told the Buddha about this, the Sri Gupta's, his malevolent his attitude. He said, the Buddha, that Sri Gupta is like someone who first entices you nearby, smearing honey on a sword, and then cuts out your intestine. He said that. Here Buddha let him happy. And Buddha called him Upasaka. There is no way to harm me by external fire or poison, and also any hostile attitude to me. And then that time, Buddha told him, Buddha's his past life, one of his past life, why external fire and poison and hostile attitude cannot harm me. Then that island, forested island, there was a island. There was a king. That king, that kingdom, that country's name is Kalinga. So that king, they call the king of Kalinga. And then that time, that king, he was hunting lots of the animals, wild animals. Then one time, that king, he set a fire in the forest, let kill the deers, so others. Then that time, in that fire, in that forested island, there was a bird that equal, right? Equal, right? Equal. That bird. The bird's name is Titiri. So that bird was Buddha. That time, Buddha was born in the bird Titiri's life. Then, that time, because that king, he set a fire in the forest, so then that forest is burned. And then that bird is overcome fire with enlightened vision. So he could overcome fire with enlightened vision. And also, that time there was a sage. There was a sage. The sage who lived on fruits and roots. He used that his food, and then he practiced in the forest. So very much he practice the hardship, use the very practice hard. That time also, Buddha, he was born in a rabbit. That rabbit who can speak human language. Then later there is a lesson, the rain in the forest and that place. Then gradually all the fruits and grass also they dried. Then that sage he couldn't find enough food, and then the sage was very much weak and very much hungry. Then that time, the Buddha's then that Buddha rabbit also generated the bodhicitta, is also compassion. Then that rabbit went to see the sage, and he told the sage, so this kind of the provision is very hard to find. There's not enough. So then you use my body as your provision. But then the sage also he didn't accept. Then the sage is always worried about, maybe this rabbit will die for my food. So he always the sage also always protect him. But then also rabbit, he always thinking about he want to die and let his body eat by him, to feed him. Then one time, how much protected by sage him, the rabbit, but the rabbit never, sage couldn't protect him. Then he just jumped in the fire in front of sage. But then, after he jumped, immediately, all the fire is become a lake. It's become a lake with lots of the lotus. And then rabbit is become a sitting on the lotus, and it look like very much comfortable and very much enjoy, very much look like it's very much comfortable, something like this. And then at that time, the rabbit also, he taught the sage about lots of the teachings, and also thus he taken part of enlightened actions also. Upasaka. So that's why this life also there is a fire and the poison. This cannot harm me. Then Buddha is continuing forward to Sri Gupta's house for the lunch. Then Sri Gupta is waiting there. Sri Gupta look like it's very much respect to the Buddha, but he's in his mind. In his mind, his mind is very much malevolent attitude. Malevolent attitude. Then he thinking like this. Sri Gupta thought like this. Sri Gupta was thinking like this. Oh, you see, Buddha, he thought he is omniscient. He's omniscient. He knowing everything. But you see now, he couldn't see what my malevolent attitude also. Malevolent attitude. So then, how come he's omniscient? He just don't keep thinking like that. Then at the same time, the very simultaneous, Buddha knew what he's thinking in his mind. Then just Buddha enter his house, his garden. Buddha's right foot just put in his garden. Then what he said there, the fire, this filled by the charcoal, sandalwood charcoal fire, the fire, the pet, this become a lotus pond with lotus tree and lots of the lotus. And then Buddha sitting on that lotus, one of the lotus. Then at that time, then he malevolent attitude is totally declined. Declined, and then he respect to the Buddha and faith to Buddha, and then at the same time he was crying, and then he told Buddha, "I'm such a very much with ignorance and with very much stupid." Then he said, "I have listened to evil friends and been deceived by them. Now I have only poisoned food ready to serve you." He said that. Thus he regret very much. He regret very, very much. And then Buddha replied him, "Do not be sad or despair, Sri Gupta." And then Buddha said, "All my disciples, my students, bhikshus, listen." And then Buddha talked again one of his former life story. In the past time, in Varanasi, there was a king. that king name is Brahmadatta. Brahmadatta. And then that king, his queen is very much. He loved her very much. That his king's name is unexampled. Something like it's very much uncomparable. Something like it's meaning. Then one time, his countryside, in the forest of his countryside, there was very nice voice, a very nice sound of the bird, always heard by people, and also queen heard. Then one time, that the queen asked the king, her husband, what is that melody, the sounds from the forest? Then king replied, there is called golden peacock, golden female peacock. So that is, the sound is from this. And then the king said to king, oh, that the golden female peacock I need. We should catch this and then bring to the palace. Then king listened queen. The king was powerless to deny his queen's request. And then king began the pointless task. And then what he did, pointless task, he asked his people, come to catch that peacock. Then he said, if you couldn't catch that peacock, then there will be punished. There will be death sentence or death punish. Then all the people, they went to the forest, and then they used the bird. They put a lot of the bird net for the catch that peacock. And then after they put many places, they put the bird net. After they put all those bird nets is damaged by themselves. So then they couldn't catch the peacock anymore. So then those people, they are very much sad, and they are very much worried, and then they were in a very tough situation because they are afraid the death sentence. Then that time, that peacock was there. Then that peacock, they went to see those people, said, we go to see king. We go to palace. We go to the palace and see the king and the queen. And they went there. Then king and queen, they felt very much surprised. Oh, this is something like amazing one. So then they respect to peacock, and then they keep there. Then one time, that king, he went to outside. He went to other place for war, and then his queen, and was in the palace. The king told his queen, you look this golden female peacock, and you serve it. And then one time, that queen, she did something, misconduct with someone. So then the peacock was there. Then after that, that queen, she felt something like embarrassing and she felt uncomfortable. She thought, oh, now this peacock saw me, what I did, so maybe this peacock will tell to king what I did. So then she worried about that. Then she prepared food for the peacock and she put poison and give to peacock. But then after the golden female peacock ate the food, and then the peacock is more nicer and more beautiful after eat poisonous food. So then she also regret again, very much regret and very much sad. And then she just worry about this is something like that. Then she's sick and she died due to this, what she did wrong. So then Buddha taught this is his farmer history to Patriarch Sri Gupta. Okay, Sri Gupta. And then Buddha said, in my past life, even that time, also the poison never harmed me. So then this time, also there's no way to harm me by the poison. Also Buddha said like this. Buddha said, the main and the worst, the poison is the poison of desire, poison of anger, and poison of ignorance. All of those poison I already eliminated. Eliminated. So that's why the external, the ordinary poison never be harmed me. And also Buddha said, the nectar of love kills the fire of hatred, and thus fire cannot harm me. Now Buddha said that. And then I will put out the fire of anger with the water of patience. And then Buddha said, the three refuges, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, are the nectar that overcomes the fire, pet, and the poison of samsara. So that is the Buddha. Finally, Buddha taught the teaching to Patriarch Sri Gupta. And then this is the mainly talking about what I mentioned from the beginning. So there's no way to harm by any external the poison and fires, whatever, to the actual or authentic practitioners of Buddha's teaching, of Buddhism, Buddha's followers. So that is the today's topic. So this is the one of the 108 histories of the Buddha's past life. Okay, thank you. I make dedication. So namde tamje zibani tomne nyepe dana pamje shegana chimbalon tobai sibe solen dowa sho. Okay. နိုင်